What makes a site rank well on Google, and why should you care? Let's unpack that. So, what makes a site rank well on Google is $1 million question. Well, actually, no, it's billions of dollars if you're looking at Alphabet's bottom line. And with the onset of things like AI and machine learning, there's a lot going on here. In fact, Google might sometimes be hard-pressed to tell you the answer themselves. But SEO professionals who have been doing this for a long time, let's see, it's been 12 years now, we're looking at ranking factors in the number of hundreds. Yeah, hundreds. It would be easy for me to say, oh, just have great content on your site. You've done the bulk of the work. And that's true, but it's not the entire story. You see, any number of things can help a site rank well or rank poorly, and while you can get the bulk of it with a couple of actions, it's those last percentage points that raise you above your competitors who are also paying attention to this game, right? So, how do you get your site to rank well on Google? Number one, answer questions. Google is there to answer questions through the queries of its users. That's its entire base. So if you're offering better answers to questions than your competitors are, that's the bulk of it. That's the 80%. But that last 20% can make a massive difference. Things like having a website that loads quickly. Things like having core web vitals that provide a great user experience. You don't want things that get cut off on the page. You don't want things that move on the page as the page is loading, right? And since everybody's got a smartphone these days, it has to look fantastic on a small screen and not allow fat thumbs to be clicking other things that frustrate users. Outside of that, you need to have an optimized sitemap that make it easier for Google's crawling bots to come through and know exactly what's on your site, where it is, and then they can prioritize what's new, what they already know about, and get it all indexed properly. And you need a complex internal linking structure that joins your pages together into something that looks like a cohesive map, right? You need a page that's related to another page to actually link to it. That makes it easier for your user journey to continue deeper into your site. Remember, if we're looking at key performance indicators of a website, time on site is a big one. Why is that? Well, time on a site means the user is actually still using your website. And if they're still using your website, that's a pretty good indicator that they're having a good experience and they're getting closer and closer to closing down that funnel and becoming a customer, not just a visitor. And we have to remember, you don't own a website just for the fun of owning a website. You're there to make money. You're there to do business, to sell cars, to schedule service, to sell parts. You're there to get people to understand that your financing is easier than any of your competitors. It's a business in the end, and all the marketing efforts need to point towards getting people to becoming customers. If you have an SEO provider that's not focusing on the bottom line, you might want to look for another SEO provider. So, let's recap. There are literally hundreds of ranking factors that influence how well a site performs on Google, and that list is constantly evolving. User experience, site performance, mobile friendliness, internal linking within your site, an optimized sitemap. These are just a handful of factors that an SEO professional should be focused on optimizing to assure Google that your site has the answers their users are looking for. And once those users are on your site, such optimizations will provide them with a more satisfying experience, helping to generate more sales and service opportunities for your dealership. Question answered. Are there any questions we can answer for you? Leave them in the comments below. And if you want more ways to set your dealership up for success, connect with Wikimotive on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube for more ways to optimize your dealership's online presence and sell more cars.